Coming up next, Weeknight there with Ellie Muller. That's right, it's coming up next on the one and only Nick at Night. When late night TV breaks, we fix it. From the gorgeous YouTube Dog Show, and no, there are no bears here. Thank heavens. It's Weeknight there with Ellie Muller. Tonight, conversation about bears with FP, Elephant, and Toys Gaming Spot. And now, a man who's going to talk about bears tonight. Oh boy, this is going to be a very long show. Mr. Ellie Muller. Ha! Welcome to Weeknight Update. My name is Ellie. What's up? These are sponsored by Dr. Mother's Piano and Toys Gaming Spot is Weeknight Update Storyteller. And they are two of our Shoutout Spotlight winners tonight. Along with Ibrahim, the Dragon Ball and Hasbro Therapy in 2004. Hopefully she'll return to this program very, very soon. Pierre Kelly, Megan Lease, and Crapworks Animation. Please check all those people out. Now, tonight's episode of Weeknight Update is going to be fantastic. But first, it's time for us to find out what's up. What's up with bears? Animals who are hungrier than every supermodel in the world. Of course, bears starve for months during hibernation, and supermodels are still starving. Now, a bear was spotted in Torrington last week, and the authorities had to scare that bear away. Hey, that bear was hungry. Now, Colorado wants to deal with the bears. That's right, the state has a $1 million plan to keep the bears away. Unfortunately, that plan involves starving the entire state. Here's a prediction for next year. Colorado will be gone. Now, here's something that will live forever. That's right. Tonight's top 8 list. FP, Elephant, let's rock and roll. You got it, boss. Tonight's category, top 8 things that will scare a bear. Number 8, a lion. Number 7, a hunter. Number 6, a tiger. Number 5, a wolf. Number 4, a horse. Number 3, a hammer. Number 2, a nail. And number 1, Cindy Crawford's unreleased music video about bubblegum. Whoa. Cindy Crawford actually produced music? I know! It's ridiculous! Yeah, let's move on with the rest of the show. Good idea. Thank you very much, boys. You know what, do a hashtag Weeknight Update, hashtag Ellie Roll for late night, hashtag Ellie Roll for adult room, hashtag spread the world, and hashtag all Christmas awesome. Get those hashtags and trend social media, please. Subscribe, like this thing, subscribe to the ground, check and shout the comment section down below. Whatever you do, please do not go anywhere. We'll be right back with the in-between monologue, Toy Story, a moment for everyone, other time, random advice, and this week's calendar of the week question. Remember, this is still Weeknight Update, and now here it is, your vibe tonight.
I'm having so much fun on Vine. Yay! Actually, I have OCD. Better just pick those up.
A debate raged in Congress. It seemed an endless fight till the speaker called for recess. Recess! It's time for Nick at Night.
Listen, if you're ready to pick out new carpeting, we'd like to sell you some. Come on, pick a carpet, any carpet. Of course, with Empire, it isn't just any carpet, it's the very best brands and the very best values. Pick a credit plan, too. Bank card, American Express, or Empire's own plan. No installment payment for 60 days. Then pick your free gift. phone or shampooer? Call right now.
588-2300-EMPIRE.
I really think this has gone on long enough, guys.
I'm 24 years old, so am I.
One of these joggers is kidding you. She's not 24. She's 35 with 3 kids. Eileen Wesson. Can you tell who's who? Eileen looks 24. How about their hands? Look closely. They look young, too.
My hands deserve as much attention as the rest of me. That's why I use Ivory liquid for dishes. The very name Ivory means mildness to me. Always has. I know I can trust it. I think those rich, mild suds do help my hands stay young-looking, even with all the dishes I do.
It's true. Lab tests show Ivory is mildest of all leading dishwashing liquids. Still can't tell who's Eileen.
Okay, I'm Eileen Wesson. I'm the 35-year-old, and jogging helps keep me young.
And what helps keep your hands looking so young?
That's no secret. Ivory liquid. The mildness really makes a difference.
Mild Ivory liquid helps hands look young.
Welcome back to Weeknight Update. Tori's gaming spot will be in the newsroom with another story in a matter of moments. But first, it's time for the in-between monologue. Bears are large, short-tailed mammals with stocky legs, long snouts, and shaggy hair. Should you be afraid if you see a bear up close? Yeah! Some bears are carnivores, and other bears are omnivores. Of course, polar bears are the only bears that will always be herbivores. Is that strange? Yes, yes, yes. Some bears can weigh up to 1,600 pounds. Of course, if a bear eats a human being, that bear will gain somewhere between 185 pounds and 400 pounds. Except for the mama bears and their cubs, bears are usually solitary. In other words, they're usually alone. That's right, they're usually alone. That's why tigers are afraid of bears. Remember that. And finally, bears can be found in mountains, forests, and the frozen tundra. Of course they'll live in those places. They have fur, and if it gets too cold for them outside, they can always go inside and go to sleep. Wow. That was extremely wild. Alright, it's time for Tori's story. Take it away, Tori.
Hey guys, Tori Mullins here, and welcome back to Tori's Story. So the next story I'm going to be telling you is about bears. Yeah, but before I get to the story, I just want to let you know that I'm at my grandma and grandfather's house, but then I got a headache. But so that's why I should do this story now before I go rest my head. But anyways, here's the story. Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Morgan. Every afternoon, a great big bear would appear in Morgan's room. The bear would growl and snarl and roar. The bear had a terrible roar. And every afternoon, Morgan would give the bear a great big hug, or as big a hug as a little girl can give, which are surprisingly big. One day, Morgan thought she saw the bear getting smaller, and the next day, and the next, a bit smaller every day. Each day, the bear grew smaller. He roared a little less and snarled a little less and growled a little more softly and smiled just a little more. And as the bear grew smaller and smaller, Morgan grew just a little bigger each day and smiled even more than she ever had before. Until the day she could hold the bear in her arms. The end. That's a story about bears. So, stay tuned where I tell the next story. Bye, guys. Oh, and I sure hope my head will get better. All right. Bye for now.
Thank you very much, Tori. That was very interesting. Make sure that you get some rest, Tori, okay? All right. All right, folks, let's have a moment for everyone, huh? Now, this is dedicated to everyone who's afraid of bears. Now, this is the beginning of spring. That means that the bears are back in action. After hibernating for months, they are hungry and ready to eat. In fact, I think that they will eat all of us if they see us. Don't laugh, it's true. Here's the thing. We can all protect ourselves and one another from bears. We just have to do the important things. Run, hide, and pray that the bears will find honey or fish. Of course, if a bear manages to have you surrounded, then please call animal control right away. Also, if your friend tries to jump on a bear, then you better grab that friend and run away from that bear as fast as you can. Your friend will cause a scene, and if you let that friend cause a scene, then you two will be goners before you can even take a step. And finally, if the bear thinks that you are a 10-course meal, then you should be very afraid. Do not approach the bear at all. Run away. Do you hear me? Run away. Stay away from the bear. My goodness. Folks, let's have a little talking time, huh? A black bear was spotted in Torrington last week. That's right, that bear was spotted in Torrington, and the environmental conservation police officers managed to scare away the bear. That's right, the State Department of Energy and Environmental Wildlife team confirmed that Encon police responded to the incident on Whitewood Avenue Wednesday night and hazed the bear to scare it away. Officers then educated the residents about deep recommended steps to preventing attracting bears and what to do if they see one. Really? Really? Those people should have paid attention to the Moment for Everyone speech, because I literally told everyone what to do if a bear surrounds you. And by the way, bears are pretty big. Now, the state of Colorado has a $1 million grant program to help communities reduce conflicts between people and black bears. Now, I don't know if Colorado is going to be successful or not, but the main thing that everyone in Colorado wants the citizens to do is pretty drastic, if you ask me. The people in Colorado want everyone to stop getting fooled. And I'm like, really? That's messed up. I mean, those people in Colorado are going to be goners before the end of the year. I mean, I understand the reasoning behind that. I mean, if the bears don't see food, then the bears will go away. But here's the thing, all right? Everyone needs to eat, all right? That plan is just going to backfire. I mean, I can only imagine the headlines, on every newspaper in the world on January 1st, 2027. People in Colorado bringing the new year by becoming cannibals. Folks, this has been the most ridiculous episode of Weeknight Update ever. I mean, how about some random advice for the world, huh? If you see a bear in your neighborhood, then you should call animal control immediately. Hey, Eric Andre demonstrated that on his show once. Then again, his show on Adult Swim is still extremely cringy. Never let a bear eat your food. That bear will probably eat you later. Animated bears are fine. Real bears will give you nightmares. Know the difference. And finally, stop trying to be brave when you are dealing with bears. They'll attack you immediately, and that's a fact. Now, folks, this is your last chance to answer this week's Count of the Week question, which is, if a bear started eating chairs in front of you, then what would you say and what would you do? Go over to the post section of my YouTube channel page and answer that question as honestly and as thoughtfully as you can. Tomorrow night, I will tell you who this week's Count of the Week winner will be. And you and I will have an interesting conversation about bubblegum tomorrow night. That's right, you and I will talk about bubblegum tomorrow night with my help from Tori's Gaming Spot, of course, Mild Chocolate Christian Freight Teas, like Candy Bar Tunes, and of course, GD Cube, the YouTuber, aka GD Cube. Will Eva Avenue Dragon Ball and Hasbro Chopper in 2004 return to this program in the not too distant future? I don't know, but that's it for tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. That's news. I'm out, skis, 4x4.
A debate raged in Congress. It seemed an endless fight till the speaker called for recess. Recess! It's time for Nick at Night.